guys, Mike from Black Dog Customs here. Wanted to take just a minute to show you our new reverse light harness kit and how to install it. So let's get into it. So what's included in the kit is our pre-wired harness. It's wired, has the Packard plugs, everything pre-wired in it. Everything is done for you. It's truly plug and play. And then you're gonna have your ball switch, your adapter that bolts up to the shifter, the 2 screws to screw it on, a washer, a thin nut, and your paw or actuator, which is what actually contacts the ball switch. So let's get started. What we're gonna do, this is for a 4-speed shifter. We're going to pull the rubber boot down off the bottom of the shifter. The first thing we want to do is we're going to take the shifter itself, we're going to move it into first gear, we're going to set it up here, and we're going to install the paw onto it. What we want to do is take your washer, is going to slide into the paw, or into the shifter itself where the paw is going to go. You're going to take the paw and carefully start working it in so it will go through the washer. What that's going to do is going to keep the paw from falling out the back side of it. At that point, we want to take the nut. We're going to take some blue Loctite. Open the Loctite, put just a drop of blue Loctite on it, and we're going to take the nut and thread it carefully onto the paw. This should go on pretty easy. What you want to do at that point is take your wrench and just tighten it down snug. It doesn't have to be super tight. The Loctite's going to hold it. Just has to be tight enough to hold it on there. All right, the next step in this process is we're going to take the ball switch and we're going to thread the adapter on. So we're going to put just a little bit of blue Loctite on that, on the ball switch itself. We're going to thread the adapter plate onto the ball switch. And ideally what we want to do is where the holes are threaded on here, you want the ball switch to be flat. So you're going to turn it whichever direction you have to go to make that sit flat and flush. All right, so we're going to take this now, we're going to install it into the shifter. So the first step is to take the cords and put them down with the rest of them on the bottom there. And you're going to adjust the orientation of your switch where it'll line up with the 2 holes on the side of your shifter. All right, so now we got the switch in. I'm going to take the first one of the screws. Again, drop of blue Loctite, keep everything in place. We're going to take that screw and we're going to carefully thread it into the adapter plate. So the first one's threaded in. We're not going to tighten it yet. We're going to get the second screw. Quick drop of blue Loctite on it. We're going to adjust the switch down where it needs to go in order for the screw to line up with the threaded hole in the adapter. So now we got it lined up. We're going to take our Phillips screwdriver and tighten these screws down. We're both going to get them both snug before we tighten them to make sure that our adapter plate is sitting flat. If you look at the adapter plate on the inside, you're going to see right in here that it's sitting flush with the plate on the shifter. There should be no gap in there. So when we tighten everything down, it's going to sit flush and everything's good. All right, so the next step in this process is we're going to put the boot back where it goes. So we're going to take these 2 wires, make sure that they're in the slot right here. We're going to take the first Packard plug, push it through the boot. Second Packard plug, push it through the boot. This might take a little bit of work to get them through, but they will go through. Take the shifter, turn it upside down, and we're going to reinstall the boot onto the shifter. And there you go. So this is what we actually just accomplished. This shifter right now is in park. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click it back to reverse. And if you'll notice that the paw, or the actuator, is actually hitting the ball switch right there. So that is what's going to turn on your reverse lights. So that was our 4-speed shifter. What I'm going to do now is show you how to install our kit for a 3-speed shifter if you've got an old M998 or 1038 or whatnot. So the 3-speed shifter comes with, of course, the plug-and-play harness. It comes with your ball switch and with a threaded adapter ring that you'll need for your shifter. So the first step in installing our switch to your 3-speed shifter, you of course want to take the shifter out of the truck. Down below your neutral safety switch, you've got this other piece on the rubber boot. You're going to take a pair of scissors and just simply snip the end of that off. Now you want to remove the boot. If your boot is tattered or torn, you might consider replacing it. You want to pull the boot down and off of the shifter to expose the shifter itself. So what you want to do is you're going to take your threaded adapter and your ball switch. We're going to take and put a little blue Loctite in the threads of the ball switch. Take your threaded adapter and carefully just screw it down flush with the bottom of the ball switch. At that point, you're going to take some more blue Loctite, put a drop on the threaded adapter that's on the ball switch, and we are going to screw this whole assembly down into the shifter, get it snug. Once it's snug, we're going to take a 7/8 inch wrench and just firm it up. And that's all it takes. You're going to replace the boot. You're going to take the ends, the Packard plugs, and feed them through the section of boot where we trimmed the hole in, and you're ready to go. So I thought it might be a little bit easier to explain installing our harness out of the truck than trying to crawl around underneath the truck and get it done. So if you look at the harness, you unroll it, you're going to notice this one end down here has 2 male Packard plugs, and there's only 2 wires. This end right here, it doesn't matter which one is the red or the black on your ball switch. These are going to plug into the 2 Packard plugs on the switch that you just installed on your shifter. You notice that the switch, the ball switch for the shifter, does not have any silver tags like these ones that are for your neutral safety switch. On the other end of the harness, what we have is we have one red lead with no plug on it. This is going to plug into your light fixture, and you have a male and a female Packard plug. This is going to plug into the existing body harness as per the instructions that come with the kit. We also sell separately a reverse light fixture, or you can use the 24-volt fixture of your choice. So this is the fixture that we use primarily in the shop. Super easy to wire. What you're going to do is the red wire from your standalone harness for this is going to get butt spliced onto the red wire on the fixture. The black wire, which is your ground on the fixture, is going to get wired in to the ground wire that is going to hook to the bolt on the back of your taillight. So if you look at the taillight, you'll see there should be a wire from the back side of the body harness that hooks up and connects to the bolt on the taillight. You're going to remove that bolt. You're going to put this on and tighten it back down. Well guys, I hope that was helpful insight into installing our reverse light kit. You can purchase them at blackdogcustoms.com. We'll put a link in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe to our channel.